Good evening to Miss Wai, and my name is Eni Hong, and today I'll be presenting on my methodology for my study, which is the impact of mobile phone addiction on students' academic performance. For the methodology, there are a total of 63 participants, and there are 38 males and 25 females. For their age, it is ranging from 18 to 20 years old. As you can see here in the table 1, the demographic information of survey participants. For the male, they are 60.3% and the female 39.7%. From the age starting from 18, they are 27%, 19, 60.3%, and lastly 20, which is 12.7%. For the measures, we use a quantitative design research through online survey, which is Google Forms, and there are a total of 12 questions. For questions, there are 3 sections. The first section is demographic information, and the first question for the part 1 is what is your age? Second question, what is your gender? And the last question, which program are you currently taking? For section 2, which is mobile phone and academic performance, the first question is what is your last semester CGPA? Second question, do you use mobile phone for study purpose or social media? And the last question, when do you access your phone usually? For this section, there are 2 parts, which is time spent of mobile phone and its impact on academic performance, and the second part, which is relationship between mobile phone addiction and academic performance. For the first part, the first question is how much time you spend on your mobile phones daily. The second question is, do you consider yourself addicted to mobile phone? And the last question, which is, do you think mobile phone affect the study timing? For the second part, the first question is, do you think that mobile phone helps you in your academic purpose? And the second question is, do you agree with that mobile phone addiction will affect your academic performance? Lastly, for the last question, do you feel more attracted towards using mobile phone compared to study? For the procedures, we distributed our questionnaire to college and university students through social media platform, as they are informed about the study's goal and assured of their privacy before answering the questions. The questions take about 5 minutes to answer. How do we measure our procedures? For the first one, we use Pearson's correlation coefficient to highlight the relationship between mobile phone addiction and its impact on students' academic performance. For the second part, we use measures of central tendency, which includes mean, mode, median, to determine the effects of mobile phone use on academic achievement among students. For the last part, we use measures of dispersion, which is the variability of findings will be validated using the standard deviation tool in measurements of dispersion. For visuals, we use tables, scatter plots, bar graph, and pie charts. Thank you for listening, and next to my partner, which is SIOW Chan-Seng.
Hi everyone, I'm SIOW Chan-Seng, and I will be doing findings and discussion part of this research. Well, the purpose of this research is conduct to detailed studies of the impacts of mobile phone addictions on students' academic performance. Results of this survey questionnaire with a participation of 63 university students were exactly analyzed to answer the status research question below. As for the first research question is, what is the relationship between mobile phone addictions on students' academic performance? As for the second research question is, what are the effects of mobile phone addictions on students' academic performance? Well, the graph above is shown on the use of mobile phone and its impacts on students' academic performance. The graph above shown the academic performance of 61 participants. 42.6% is the most of participants answer they get 3.6 to 3.8 range of CGPA, and no one is below 2.8 CGPA. And for the second graph, the question is, do you use mobile phone for studies purpose or social media? And 87.1% of participants use mobile phone for social media purpose. And for the graph 3 asks participants when they usually access their phone. A sum of 75.8% out of 100, which is 47 participants, report that they access their phone during the free time. This situation shows nowadays students will access their phone everywhere and when they have free time. Past research from Kim and Nor 2015 explored the use of mobile phone and its impacts on students' academic performance. Results have shown that 215 university students in South Korea agree that the more severe students in mobile phone addictions, the lower the students' CGPA rate and learning flow when studying. Well, as for the second part is time spent on mobile phone and its impacts on students' academic performance. As for the graph 4 shown, time spent on mobile phone daily. The graph 4 above despite average time of participants spent on using mobile phone in a day. Out of 29%, out of 100%, which is 18 participants, spend more than 5 hours on mobile phone daily. Furthermore, there are out of 46.8%, which is 29 participants, spend 4 to 5 hours on mobile phone in a day. And next, question 8 asks about, do you consider yourself addicted to mobile phone? And 83.9% of participants, which is 52 participants, choose the answer that they agree themselves addicted to mobile phone. Well, as for the graph shown here, do you think mobile phone affect your study timing? We receive a total of 62 responses and 72.6 out of 100%, which is 74 participants agree that mobile phone affected their study timing. This is because they agree that they spend too much time on mobile phone and might not spend enough time on their studies. Past studies from Abdul Rashid 2020 picture that the Malaysians spends on average 5.1 hours on mobile phone and internet daily. Research results collected from 200 secondary school students in Shah Alam through questionnaire form. 86% out of 100% of the participants do not agree that mobile phones improve their academic performance. The results show that the majority of students use mobile phone for chatting instead for academic purpose. As for the relationship between mobile phone addictions and academic performance part, the graph asks about, do you think that mobile phone help you in your academic purpose? 50% out of 100% of participants does not think that mobile phone will help in their academic purpose. This is because they usually use when they are using their mobile phone and will not have enough time to focus on their studying. From the graph state in bottom left, do you agree with that mobile phone addictions will affect your academic performance? 87.1% out of 100, which is 54 out of 62 participants respond that they agree with that mobile phone addictions will affect their academic purpose. Past studies from Owusu and Larson 2015 discovered that internet on mobile phone have a direct effect on students' academic performance. A questionnaire about was further distributed to 500 university students, and the conclude result collected is more you use mobile phone for non-academic purpose, the lower will be your academic performance. Hence, it is highly recommended that students should use mobile phone for academic purpose. As for the conclusion part, the answer for the first research question, which is what is the relationship between mobile phone addictions and students' academic performance, is mobile phone have a negative relationship on students' academic performance. Students are encouraged to use on academic purposes and not only in social media purpose. As for the second research question, what is the effect of mobile phone addictions on students' academic performance? Our answer through this research is mobile phone affects students' academic performance and brings a negative impact on students' academic achievement.